Today is my birthday, and for the first time in years, I actually feel a flicker of happiness. Tessa, my wife, told me a few days ago that she wanted to make this day special. That word, special, really stuck with me because she's never been the one to plan anything big for me. Usually, it's me remembering important dates, booking restaurants, or picking out gifts she might like. So when she mentioned throwing a party at our house, I was taken off guard. She even went all out with the decorations. Blue and gold streamers hanging from the ceiling, balloons tied to chairs, everything you'd expect for a celebration. She invited friends, some of my colleagues, and even her boss, Darren, who I've only met a couple of times. The house is packed, buzzing with chatter and music, and for a moment, I allow myself to think maybe this is a turning point. Maybe, after all these years of me trying to hold us together, she's finally seeing me, not just a guy who handles the bills or fixes the broken sink, but me, her husband. For a fleeting second, I let myself believe that I'm not invisible to her anymore. As the night goes on, I start to relax. People are laughing, glasses are clinking, stories are being shared. I'm in the middle of a conversation with my friend Mark from work when Tessa claps her hands to get everyone's attention. "Time for the cake," she announces, her voice light and cheerful. She disappears into the kitchen, and I feel a jolt of anticipation. A cake for me. She's never baked anything in all the years we've been together. So this feels big. She reappears, holding the cake high above her head, her face beaming with a wide smile. Everyone pulls out their phones to capture the moment. I lean forward, ready to blow out the candles, and that's when I see it, the icing on the cake. In large, bold letters, it says, "Congratulations, loser." The room bursts into laughter. Her friends are doubled over, clutching their stomachs, and Darren snorts into his drink. Even Tessa is grinning like she just delivered the punchline of the century. I freeze, staring at the words. Heat rises in my neck. It's not a joke I'm in on. It's a jab, and I'm the target. I don't laugh. I don't even move at first. The noise around me seems muffled, as if I'm underwater, watching them all laugh at my expense. My chest tightens, but I don't show it. Instead, I slowly push my chair back and stand up deliberately. The room quiets just a bit. Eyes turn toward me, waiting for my reaction. I lift my glass, the one I've been nursing all night, and raise it. I'd like to make a toast. I say, my voice firm, louder than I feel. They lean in, some still grinning, others looking unsure. Thank you all for being exactly who I always suspected you were. I pause, letting the words hang in the air. A few smiles falter. This party, so much thought put into it. I'll never forget it. Tessa's grin fades, her eyes narrowing, trying to figure out if I'm serious. I keep going. I look forward to the future, because I finally understand how to treat you all the way you treated me. I hold their gazes for a beat longer, then set the glass down with a soft clink. The atmosphere is thick, heavy, but I don't care. I turn and walk out, past the streamers, past the half-eaten snacks, through the front door and into the night. No one tries to stop me. I don't look back. The cold air hits my face as I step outside, and my hands are shaking, not from the chill, but from something else. Rage, yes, but also something clearer. Clarity. I've spent years trying to be enough for her, for them, and in one careless cake, she's shown me exactly what she thinks of me. A loser. That's what I am. I've had enough. Enough of her, enough of them. I get into my car, the engine growling to life beneath me. I sit there for a moment, staring at the house that's been my home for 10 years. The lights are still on, shadows shifting behind the curtains. They're probably laughing again, brushing it off, telling each other I'll get over it. But this time I won't. I won't let it slide like I always have. I pull out of the driveway, the tires crunching against the gravel, and head in no particular direction, just away. I don't know exactly what's next, but I know this for certain. I'm done being the joke, done being the one who takes it all with a smile. Whatever happens from here on, it's going to be on my terms. For once, I'm not the background noise. I'm the one walking away, and they'll be the ones left to deal with the consequences. Looking back, I shouldn't have been so surprised by what Tessa did at the party. That cake, Those words written in frosting. They hit like a slap. But if I'm being honest, it wasn't the first time she hit me with something like that. Tessa's always had a sharp edge, a way of tearing you down and making it sound like a joke. When we first started dating, I thought it was part of her charm, her quick wit, her confidence. She'd poke fun at me in front of her friends with little digs like, "Oh, he's not really the ambitious type," or "he's reliable, but not exactly fascinating." I'd laugh it off, telling myself she didn't mean it, that it was just her sense of humor. I'd sit through those dinners or bar nights, smiling like a fool, thinking that if I just took it in stride, she'd eventually see that I was worth more than her little jabs. But over the years, those comments piled up, and eventually, I started to realize they weren't jokes. They were truths she let slip between her silk skirts and giggles. And me? I just kept taking it, like a loyal dog, always hoping for a pat on the head that never came. I spent our entire marriage trying to be the steady one, the one who never rocked the boat. When we got together, Tessa was a whirlwind, beautiful, loud, full of big dreams. She wanted to be someone, and I loved that about her. I thought I'd be the one to help her get there. So I did everything I could. Cooked dinner when she was tired, cleaned up after the mess she left behind, worked overtime at my dull office job to cover the bills while she went to grad school for fashion design. When she graduated, I cheered the loudest, proud as hell. When she said she wanted to buy a house, I made it happen. I saved every penny, signed the papers, turned it into a home. I thought that's what a husband does, creates a foundation so she can shine. But somewhere along the way, I became furniture. The couch you sit on every day, but never really notice until it's gone. She'd thank me now and then, "Thanks, babe," over her shoulder, distracted, but then it was back to her world, her friends, her dreams. I was the background guy, the one who kept everything running while she played the star. It didn't hit me how far I'd faded into background until that damn cake. Congratulations, loser. I can still see it, the blue icing mocking me, while everyone laughed. I replayed that moment 100 times since I walked out, and each time the burn in my chest feels the same. Not just anger, but shame. I believed deep down that if I just kept showing up, kept being a good guy, she'd eventually see me as more than just useful. But she didn't. To her, I was the punchline, the reliable loser who would stay no matter what she threw at me. And the worst part? She was right. At least until that night. Standing there with a glass in my hand, watching her smirk, something inside me snapped. I wasn't just angry anymore. I was done. Driving away from that house, I kept asking myself, how did it get this bad? There were signs, sure, like the time she forgot my birthday 3 years ago and then laughed when I brought up, saying, "You're not a kid. Why do you care?" Or the way she'd roll her eyes when I talked about my day, but light up when